Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Battlestar Galactica Season 4, Episode 19, 20 and 21, the three last episodes of this Season 4, the three last episodes of Battlestar Galactica of the show. I can't believe that I'm gonna end this video watching of the show today, I mean this morning. I'm anxious and at the same time I'm melancholic and at the same time I'm really excited. You know, I have really a lot of emotions mixed into myself just right now, and yes, that's gonna be great. I don't know why, but I know for sure that this is gonna be great. I have the impression that this show can't disappoint me. They really need to do something really wrong, you know, at this point to disappoint me, because they pleased me all along these 4 seasons and the miniseries and also the movie Razor. To disappoint me now, I don't know what they can do to really disappoint me. I prefer to not think about it and to really just continue to believe in the writers that much to have an interesting and amazing and exciting end for it. I'm also really scared because this is the end of the show, so I can already predict that I'm gonna cry. Because you know, when you are finishing a show, you are melancholic and you don't want to let the characters that making me emotional. And I know also that people are gonna die during these 3 episodes. Like, we know already that the president is gonna die, like she's dying since so many episodes, that she's gonna die for sure. Sam is almost dead already, you know, he's an hybrid, and now that he's connected with the Galactica, and now that we know that the Galactica is gonna die, I know that this is a ship, but still, the Galactica is gonna be destroyed, that's gonna be the end of the Galactica also, so Sam is gonna die with it. And yes, the Galactica is gonna be destroyed. I didn't suspect it before the last episode, and now they're gonna use it, I think, against the Silence to take Hera back. I still don't know how, but I can imagine, you know, a moment, sort of funeral with the Galactica used, you know, to destroy a base ship, a silent base ship, like if they are sending it into a silent base ship, I don't know, but I want almost a funeral also for the Galactica, an explosion, you know, something like that. That's so symbolic to destroy it at the end of the season, at the end of the show, like that's it. We're not gonna have any Galactica anymore. They can't use it, you know, for other shows. I know that there is a spin-off, but I know already that they are not gonna use it because it's gonna be destroyed just right there. The ship was representing so much for the show, for the crew, you know, for this crew. It was really their you know, into the show. That's gonna be something. I prepared a tissue, just in case, not just in case. I prepared a tissue because I know that I'm gonna cry. I'm really scared also to lose other characters. I'm really scared for Starbuck. I know that during the last episode, the moment, you know, when she put her photo into this world with the dead, it was to represent the fact that the old Starbuck died, you know, the one who already died on Earth. We still don't know how, but I know that it was to represent that, but it gave me chills, you know, but bad ones, like, can she die again right now? I don't like that. Of course, I wish for my ship between Lee and Starbuck to happen, but it never happened all along these years, all along these seasons. Even if they are so in love, even if they are soulmates, even if their kisses are so passionate, so about the other characters, I don't know. I think that Gaius is gonna survive to everything. His character is written like that. About my series and all of the questions that this show asked to us and all, I want the answer about why Starbuck is right there, how can she be dead on Earth and all of that. I want an answer for that. My theory about it is the fact that maybe she's the 13th Cylon. I want an explanation for the song, you know, who activated the song on the Galactica, how Starbuck knew the song, how the dad of Starbuck knew the song before. I want really a lot of explanations, and again, I trust the writers to give me these explanations during the end of this show. I cannot wait, and on the other hand, I don't want to begin it because I know that this is gonna be the end. Do you understand what I mean? That feeling that you can have with the end of a show. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now because I'm too excited, you know, to speak more about this episode, this end. In fact, these 3 episodes are working together, so I'm gonna make a longer review for the 3 episodes together at the end of it and for the end of this season 4 and of this show. I'm gonna try my best to make quick review. I don't want this video to be too long for you. Come on, let's go, let's go. Let's be brave. I'm so excited and stressed and scared and the fact that I already know that I'm gonna cry, it's killing me in advance, you know. I'm that kind of person who can cry in advance because she knows that she's gonna cry. Don't understand what I mean? I'm tired of myself, really. Okay, that was the end of the episode 1 of the 3 last episodes of this show, of this season, which are working together. So I'm gonna make a review, but a quick review of it. It was a good episode. It was, you know, an episode built with flashbacks and new scenes. It was only new scenes for us, not for me, because of this mistake that I made when I watched what I thought was the movie Eraser. It's almost brilliant, you know, to begin the final big episode of your show with flashbacks about what happened before your show. So great and so clever because it's a way really to put your viewers into that atmosphere of melancholy, because you're discovering your characters as you never know them, in fact, or maybe as you know them at the beginning of everything. And there are also, you know, writing scenes that we never expected to watch, like Lee and Starbuck meeting for the first time, the first date between Gaius and Caprica, and how she managed, you know, to gain his heart, his attention. Why her, you know, why this beautiful lady and not another one? And also how the president lost everything and decided to begin politics. It's almost like, yes, it's the movie which is ending your show and you are beginning this movie with flashbacks about your characters, about how all began. That's clever for the show to explain what happened to the characters after that, but that's also clever for how you are building this final episode, because again you are putting your viewers into that atmosphere, that melancholic atmosphere. And about the scenes that we saw which are not flashbacks, I didn't understand them at all during the first time that I watched them, when I thought that it was a movie Eraser. I understood them now. And that's almost shocking me that I didn't understand that Adama was packing his stuff, that they were all leaving the place, that they were talking about the Galactica, but I thought that they decided to go to help Hera, you know, to save Hera at the end of the last episode. I mean, when the Colonel told to Adama, we are really gonna do this stuff and all of that, and we're gonna give, you know, a beautiful final end to the Galactica, I thought that they were already talking about a last mission, you know, for the Galactica. That's great, you know, that I was wrong, because it gave us that scene during this episode about the crew, you know, all of them deciding if they're gonna be a part of this rescue mission. I'm a little sad that not so much people wanted to help, but that can be explained, you know, that can be really explained by the fact that we are talking about just saving one kid, one only kid, who is half Cylon, half human, and we know that there is still divisions between the ones who want to work with the Cylons and the other one. It was, you know, an emotional scene, all of these characters choosing their sides. I'm surprised by Gaius' choice, you know, the fact that he didn't join Caprica, because of all of these scenes, you know, that we had, all of these flashback scenes that we had between the two of them. The writers were really showing us that bond that they have together. So I thought that when Caprica chose this side, Gaius was gonna follow her because of the flashback scene. I think that he was honest, you know, when he talked with Lee about his intentions, about the fact that he really wants a representative for his persons, but I really don't think that it's a good idea for the reason that I said during the episode. In a government, in a political government, where everyone has a representative because of their departments, you know, because of their ships right there, but it's because of their countries. You can't ask to have a representative for your religious group, you know, you can't put a religious group, a representative of a religious group in a government with political representative of political departments, groups, countries. So that can't be a good idea, but I can understand why Gaius asked for it, and I can also believe that he was sincere just right there, even if he was wrong. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna make just this quick review of the first episode, because again, these 3 episodes are in fact one big episode. So let's go for the episode 2, the part 2 of this big final episode. Let's go! You still have the reaction part on the description. I'm more excited now than stressed, because again, they put me into that atmosphere with these flashbacks. I'm at home, you know, I'm with my guys and I know more about them. I'm seeing how it began and how it's gonna end. That was really clever and really great, and I'm in a really good mood now to watch the end, because I'm at home with my guys. The home is gonna be destroyed soon, but I'm still with them for now. Let's go! I need to breathe before beginning the next one, and the last one. We've got the resolution about the opera house. That's great, really. We had a resolution about all of that, you know. This war with the Cylons, they're gonna give them resurrection again. Like they are saying since the beginning, all of that happened again, and all of that will happen again. If you are giving them the resurrection, in some years, wars are gonna start again. I mean, for me, really the answer, I mean the end of this war, it's really humans and Cylons making babies with each other, you know, it's really the two of these communities living together and having kids together. I'm not sure that I liked, you know, that speech that Gaius said, because I don't like, you know, when they are using a religious thing to explain something in a show, especially in a sci-fi show, especially in a show where I'm waiting for real answers. I hope that it's not the end, you know, of the explanations. I hope that this happened because of something bigger than us, a god, God's destiny, stuff like that. I hope that this is not gonna be used to explain things which deserve real answer, concrete answers. It can be used, you know, to explain why all of this happened, you know, the fact that they were meant to be there, they were meant to act like that, all of the prophecies, all of the dreams that some of them had, all of these hallucinations that some of them had, but it can't be an explanation for everything, like the music thing, for example. I hope that we're gonna have a real explanation for that. Weird explanations, crazy explanations, but still explanations, not just a religious explanation. Do you understand what I mean? Not just it's God who did it, not just it's the fault of destiny. No, that would be not enough in my opinion, and not satisfying in a sci-fi show. I love this mystic aspect of the show, but it can't be the explanation to everything. Hilo, I swear, we didn't see him dying, okay? We didn't see him closing his eyes, we didn't see Asina saying goodbye to him, so for me he's not dead, not yet. Maybe he's gonna die during this final episode and that's gonna kill me, for sure. But maybe not, maybe he can survive. Some of them survived to worst, okay? We still need to say goodbye to the Galactica, to Sam, to the President. But this battle is over, so the final episode is gonna be about that, about saying goodbye to the ones who are gonna die and to the ones who are gonna survive. Starbuck and Lee are still alive! Whoo! And also to discover what they're gonna do now. I mean, they still need to find a new planet to live on. Boomer, what she did at the end was great, but of course they couldn't forget and forgive what she did during the last episodes. Sleeping with Hilo, doing that to Asina, taking Hera with her. It was her choices, you know, she chose to do that. Okay, she regretted it, to give them back Hera. It was her final choice, but she made some before that. The symbolic of it, you know, Asina killing Boomer, that was rough. Caprica and Gaius being together at the end, they needed to have them like that at the end together for the opera house vision being explained. But I think that it's also interesting that we are finishing with the two of them together when the two of them were really something that we had all along these years, this season, with their relationship, but also with these visions, because we need still to explain that, how they are connected to each other with these hallucinations, them talking about it. I mean, that was not enough what happened during this episode. I'm gonna stop this mini review right now and I'm gonna watch the final episode. Now I'm really melancholic and I want to cry. I don't want to say goodbye. I'm gonna take big breaths and let's go for this final episode. Let's go. I think that I need some minutes to process everything that happened. Oi. Okay, it's almost like a no makeup day, you know, with all of what I cried. That was a good end if we consider the fact that they closed things for each character, that they are offering, you know, a solution, an end about all of this thing, about everything happened and is gonna happen again. Silence and humans together, Centurions out there and maybe at some point they're gonna come back for a new war. If we are considering all of that, they gave a good end. But I'm not satisfied with the end that they gave to some characters. I'm glad that finally they didn't kill Hilo. Really, because I thought that Hilo was dead. I'm glad for the end that they gave to the president. That was a sweet one. I'm glad for the end that they gave to Sam and to the Galactica, to the whole fleet. I understand the let's begin again, like we have nothing, no technology, in a virgin world, and all of that, you know, all of this thing about this planet looking like our Earth, being their Earth, you know, their home, and finally it's Earth, you know, all of that, and the Earth that they found the last time, that was the Earth of the 13th tribe, that was the home of the 13th tribe, you know, all of that, this thing about Earth, home, planets, I'm okay with that, you know, I'm not against it. But the end that they gave to Adama, like, the guy is gonna live alone, living with no one, nothing, and dying with no one, nothing. Is it really the end that we want for this honorable character who was loved by so many people, who was a leader of so many people? Maybe he could have, you know, another end. Okay, a retirement, he would not be the commander anymore, but all alone, really? I'm not sure that it was a good end for him, you know, it sounds so lame and so lonely. That's not the end that I want for a man like him. This end for Lee, the fact that he's gonna discover the world and all of that, why not? Because he's that kind of character, you know, he's hopeful, he's a dreamer. They repeated it, you know, during the flashbacks, so why not? But this end for Starbuck, I'm not even talking about the fact that she's not gonna finish with Lee. Really, I had almost no hope for that ship to happen. But this end for Starbuck, I'm not even against it because I don't understand it, you know? She disappeared, like she never existed, she was really an angel. That's really the explanation that you're gonna give to that big moment that you made. Her coming back when she was supposed to be dead, her dying on that other planet of the 13th tribe with the Holocaust, her hearing that song that her dad played for her. You're not gonna answer to all of that because the answer that you are giving is the fact that she was an angel and she disappearing like that. But she accomplished her mission and now she is released because she's an angel. No, 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 and no. For what it means, you know, for the fact that you are explaining all of that with a religious thing, an angel thing, like, hey, angel, in a sci-fi show. No, for what it means for the story, you know, for the fact that it's really a nonsense and it's really like a lack of imagination to explain all of what you created with this character. You created so many things with this character. To give that answer to all of these things, no. And no for the character, for Starbuck. She's a so complicated character, you know, she's such a deep character, she's such an interesting character that giving her that closure, even if she seems, you know, relieved, even if she seemed in peace, even if all of that, that was great to see her like that, but it can't be enough for the show, for the stories, for her character. That answer is not pleasing me and is not enough for me and is not logical for me, and I don't like it. More than the end for Adama, you know, because this end, even if I don't like it, I can understand this end. All of this cabin thing and all of that, we had that since seasons. So I can understand that, even if I don't agree with that. But this end for Starbuck, I don't understand it and I can't be okay with it. For the show, for the stories and for the character. You're really doing that. I mean, you really did that. And that was the end, you know? We had the time jump at the end. I'm not gonna see Starbuck again. I mean, in the movies that I'm gonna watch, I'm not gonna have them. And explanations about that. Like, that's it. That was the explanation that they gave to everything. How can you do that? Am I the only one who was disappointed about that end for Starbuck? I'm not disappointed about that end, you know, about the explanations of the planets, of the future, things that flash forward scene at the end. I'm not against this explanation about all of what happened and all of what is gonna happen. Them destroying the fleet and trying to begin a new life in a virgin planet. I'm not against all of that. It can be good, you know. In just one episode that was maybe too quick, you know, maybe I needed more time to accept really fully all of that. But that was great, you know, that was good explanations, that was good things. But really the two things that I didn't like during this episode and with their choices, I mean the choices made by the writers, it's the end of Adama, but at least I can understand it, and the end of Starbuck that I can't agree, understand and accept. She disappeared like that in the air because she's an angel. And all of the things about the music, about the fact that she died, about how she went to Earth and come back and all of that, nothing is gonna be explained because in fact she was an angel. That was a great end, I can't lie. I cried during it. I felt, you know, it. I was with the characters, I was involved into the story, I cried. It gave me emotions and it gave me things to think about, so I can't say that it was a bad end. In general, it was a good end. Maybe I didn't think about these explanations, but why not, you know, I'm open to it. But really, these two ends for Adama and Starbuck, and I didn't even talk about the fact that at the end, so many thousand years after that, we have Ghost Gaius and the woman in red talking to each other, like they are the tools, you know, of this god still gonna act. Maybe still gonna interact with other people, with other forms, you know, maybe they're gonna change their forms after that. See, that's not the explanations that I want, but at least that's explanations that I can understand and agree with, because why not? I'm gonna check, you know, the movies are gonna be about what? Okay, so the plan is about the two first seasons of the show with the silent side of the story. Why not? It was missing. We were with them just when Gaius was with them. I mean, we discovered their side and how they were thinking just during that. Blood and Crime, it's about what? It's about Adama's father when he was young. So I'm right. This is really the end of this show, the end of all of these stories. So really, it was the end of Starbuck. This angel thing is really answering to everything about Starbuck. That's so not enough. Again, for the show, for the stories and for the character, she doesn't deserve that. That's a little disappointment, you know, that I have with this end. I said during my intro of these 3 episodes that I couldn't think about anything that the writers could do with it to make me disappointed. Again, they gave a good end. The 2 first episodes were really great to end this war, to end all of that, and this final episode was also great because it gave an answer to a lot of things and it gave them, you know, a new beginning with all of these reasons that we can understand, but right there they disappointed me, the writers. And I'm not even talking about Adama's end, because at least I can understand it, so they're not disappointing me with it. But Starbuck, writers, really, you are disappointing me right there. It's almost like you couldn't find a real answer to everything that you created with this character, so ta-da! She's an angel! Am I the only one? I mean, the show is out since a long time, so you who have been watching the show with me right there, you knew already the story, you watched already all of this show. The first time that you watched this end, did you feel like me? So emotional and crying so much, but also like that with this end about Starbuck? Did you like this end? Tell me that. Did you like this end? Did you like these explanations about the planets, about the fact that they're gonna begin a new life on this one, about the fact that humans and silence are gonna live on this planet, finally they're gonna make the same mistakes, you know, creating robots and all of that. And we have the Centurions who were released, but maybe they can come back to make a war. Were you satisfied by these explanations, and were you satisfied by the end of these characters? The Colonel, who is ending with Hélène, Gaius, who is ending with Caprica, who was not Asylum. That's a surprise. With this end with Lee, and with these ends for Adama and Starbuck. What did you think about these ends for this character? I like the end of this quest, you know, of searching a new planet. I like the end of this fleet, because this is a new beginning and they want to do good. So I love the idea, and why not this end? But I really have the impression that they didn't respond to a lot of my questions, and that they're never gonna answer, and that the little explanation that they gave to it didn't satisfy me, because it was a religious thing. I mean, an answer so easy, like she's an angel, that's it, so everything is explained. I'm lost, I'm feeling lost, you know. I think that I need time, you know, to process it, to accept it also. Oh, I'm gonna cry again during the editing. Oh. I thought about it during 1 second and I was already tired in advance to cry again during the editing. That's not the end of Battlestar Galactica for me and for you, because I'm gonna watch the 2 movies. But that's the end of the show. We binge watched all of the show together. Rewatched, maybe, for some of you. But we did it, we finished it. That was great. Even if, you know, for now, this end is giving me, feeling like that. I don't think that this end is gonna ruin, everything, is gonna destroy all of the love that I had for this show. But I think that maybe in my head I'm gonna create a new end. I think that in my head Starbuck stayed. Maybe didn't finish with Lee, because again I have some trouble to see somewhere a place, I mean physically but also mentally, where they would be happy together, really happy together. She's relieved like she was during that scene, but she's not disappearing like that. For me, she's living, with the Raider. She's living. I mean, that end that Adama had would have been easier for me to believe in for Starbuck. Like really, Adama staying with his people, not being the leader, but just being right there. Starbuck leaving the place with a Raider to live alone because she can't live with anyone, with everything that happened to her, or to go in space, I don't know how to finish this video. I thought that I was finishing it when I said that it was not the end for Battlestar Galactica. Not because I have trouble to finish this binge watching and that I don't want to say goodbye, it's really more because I'm feeling lost. I will see you again for the movies, and I will tell you during my intro of the first one how I will feel during that time, with the end of the show, with this final episode, if I changed my mind about some things and all of that. But for now, this is all for Battlestar Galactica for the season 4, for all of the show, for you and for me. So it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.